Are you broke on the donut SMP and desperately need a way of making money? Well, today, I'll be showing you 3 insanely easy and good money-making methods on the donut SMP. These methods do not require a massive farm and are also pretty quick to do. And the results are absolutely insane, with the last one being the best. So make sure you watch till the end, and without further ado, let's get straight into the first money-making method. Alright, so for this first money-making method, this is going to be selling bases. And there's 2 ways you can do this. You either mine out a space and build the base yourself, or you dig around and try to find a base. And I've personally used this money-making method multiple times in the past, like when I sold this tree farm base that I used in this video, and also the bone factory base that I used in this video. But that's not all. Today, I'm also going to be testing which method is better. So, in the next hour, I'll be spending 30 minutes building a base, and the other 30 minutes trying to find one. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so I'm on the nether roof, and I have the timer in the top left of my screen right here, the stopwatch. And now, I'm just going to be finding a spot to make my base, and yeah, let's get straight to it. Alright, so I'm going to try to find a spot where there's no nether portals. And I'm not going to use my elytra to fly around, to make it like more realistic. So this spot looks pretty empty with no portals. Alright, so eventually I did find a good spot for the base, and it took around 6 minutes to do so. In the remaining 24 minutes, we're going to be digging out the base and decorating it. So yeah, let's go. I decided to build a stash as it was the smallest and easiest to do. Alright, so now I dug out the entire place, and now we're going to build the actual stash. Let's go. Alright, so I'm gonna go with some checkerboard pattern like this for the hole in the ground. Alright, so now 22 minutes into the building, we are actually done with the stash. Empty, but like, probably they'll do the job, you know, W stash. So yeah, I'm gonna sell in my Discord, and I'll be back at the end.
6.5 hours later.
Alright, so this guy paid me, and I TP'd him chat. So yo, W guy, bro, W.Jackson6650. So I made like a stash and sold it for 10 mil in 30 minutes. So that means in an hour, I can make like 20 mil. Huge. And I sold the stash for around 10 mil, and I spent like 2 mil on materials, so it's a total of $8 million in profit. Alright, so those 30 minutes were me actually building a base and selling it. But now, in the next 30 minutes, I'm actually going to be finding a base. So let's get straight to it. Alright, so my plan is I'm probably just gonna RTP and dig straight down. So yeah, let's just go with my first RTP. Okay, so first RTP, turn on my pie chart. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just gonna dig straight down. Okay.
Just messaging you, bro.
So first, the pictures are better. Yeah, this is better off, and there's nothing here, so I'm gonna RTP again. Also, this is the second recipe. I'm gonna dig straight down. Chest, what away. Oh my god! Wait, bell, chest, ender chest sign. In the tunnel, but there's nothing in the fire truck. What's RCP? Let's go, Rex. Oh, piston, yo! Oh my god, there's a base right under me. It's literally this cobblestone. Okay, bro, what is that? Chest. Oh, so there's a bunch of common gear. And on to the second money-making method. Let's go straight to it. Alright, so the second best money-making method on the donut SMP is going to be spawner selling. So I recently streamed and I bought a bunch of skeleton spawners for 2.7 mil per. I then went onto Discord and I'm selling them for 3.1 mil per, and I got this customer. I'm CPM, and we got this customer Betsy here. I do it one by one, which is nice. So I sold all of my skeleton swarms to this guy. I literally added skeleton swarms, but I went up like around 1.3 bill. And I made like around 400k profit per skelly that I bought for 2.7 mil. Before we get to the final money making method, there would be two honorable mentions. The first one being enchanting, and the second one being gambling. I recently gambled a little bit on stream, and I made around 200 mil profit from that. But because I don't have that much of a following, not many people wanted to gamble with me. Therefore, I didn't make that much money. However, you could maybe join Don't SMP Discord servers or gamble with big streamers to make big money. However, this does come down to luck, so be aware of that. But I also decided to test out enchanting, so let's get straight into it. So I've made this like, I bought a bunch of anvils and I made this like dispensers and some redstone. Also gonna need a comparator and a lever. Yeah, when I'm gonna use this, the XP dispenser. We now got an XP dispenser. Yeah, that is pretty fast. And I'm gonna buy myself some diamonds. A stack of diamonds. And if you were to have a villager base to trade the books, so this would make a lot more
amazing
money. But unfortunately I don't, so I'm gonna have to buy the books on auction house. So let's just do that. And craft all of these into boots. Since boots cost the least amount of diamonds to make, then we can make the most of them. Alright, so now that we got all the books, let's start enchanting our boots, guys. Let's start. Just like that, we enchanted 16 max pairs of these diamond boots. And the cheapest ones are for 190k per, which is insanely cheap. And then I'm gonna see the next cheapest ones are 239k per. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy these out for 190k per. So when I sell them, I can sell them for higher. But we have an entire auction house full of these diamond boots. After 5 minutes, I'll be back and see if they've all sold. But all my boots sold, and I've made like 5 mil from this, which is quite insane. I didn't spend much time doing this at all. Okay, so this mini mission is actually really good, but it's just quite boring, and that's why I put it as an honorable mention, as I don't really like doing this repeatedly. All you're gonna do is just enchant, blah 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 blah. But the outcome is actually surprisingly good, so. Alright, for the final and best money-making method on the Donut SMP, this method is going to be order flipping. And the reason why I rate it so highly is because of 3 reasons. The first is that it's reliable, the second being that it doesn't take too much time, and the final one, that it's extremely easy, to the point where you can even make millions in your sleep. The general gist for this money-making method is you order things on /orders for cheap, and then you resell it either on orders or to the auction house for more money. For example, I could order pistons right now for 750 per. And say I order 1,000 of them for 751k per. Alright, so after a bit, only a little bit of pistons are delivered to me as someone ordered me, but this cost me only 84k. And what I can do is now, if I go to the auction house, this costs 80k. So I can sell half a stack of pistons for around 65k. And once that sells, I'll be having around 200k, even though I only spent 80k for the pistons, essentially doubling my money. And if we do this on a larger scale, we make a lot more money. For example, I'm currently ordering diamond gear and also gilded blackstone. I'm ordering for 1.58 mil per. I can resell it for a lot of profit. I'm also ordering things like diamond chest plates, which you can see are at 270k per. But if you check how much I ordered them for, it's actually only 175k. Now that the price went up, I can take them out of my orders and deliver it to the orders that so I just made myself 7.5 mil by literally doing nothing. Alright, so diamond boots here, as you can see, is also 250k, and I ordered them for 160k. Therefore, now if I just grab a bunch of diamond boots, deliver it to this guy's order, and I just made myself another 7 mil just like that. Check diamond helmets, They're currently at 200K. So with this guy, even though I'm not making a lot of profit, this idea is so simple. You can greatly expand the scale of this, and you'll be making a lot more profit than I am. Some good things to order flip are armor, redstone components, and investments. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.